one spark is enough to reignite a revolution. The Bone Shaker, our train, travels the rail connecting our two worlds. The last surviving remains of the pyre drives the heart of our engine. The gilded wing will stop at nothing to destroy it. But the champions of hell will defend what's ours. Because if we don't, there will be nothing left to defend.
Hello folks and welcome to Monster Train. Monster Train is a card-based roguelike. It's kind of like Slay the Spire, okay? It's the closest thing I can get to is like Slay the Spire. It's a card-based deck-building game where you're summoning monsters and casting spells to get the last remnants of the flame of the pyre at the heart of hell back into hell that's frozen over. I think that's briefly what we're going. Anyway. I've played a bit of it, it's quite enjoyable. I played a couple of rounds just to get started, then I got really luck into it, and then I just started playing loads. Not too much, but enough to know roughly what I'm doing. Not enough to be good at it. You basically pick two clans to start with. You start off with the Hellhorned and the Awoken. Let me just quickly tweak my volumes here. I need volumes. Let's lower my volume, lower my music a little bit. Fine. You start with basically the Hellhorned and the Awoken. And I've unlocked the Stygian Guard as well. You level them up and unlock cards as you go. Your primary clan gives you a hero. I think in this case it's the Hellhorned have this one, the Awoken have this one, and the Stygian Guard have this one. And then your allied clan means all the cards you can get your hands on. I like running randoms because, you know, it's always fun. Then you can start playing it like... Covenant is... Every time you beat the game at the highest level Covenant, you can increase the difficulty by increasing the Covenant. So first, Covenant Disabled is the easiest way to play. And then Covenant Rank 1, enemies are stronger, you get additional random cards to your deck. Rank 2, you get Deadweight, which is a card you can't play and can't get rid of. I think we're just going to go in. The best thing to do is to explain is just to go in and start doing. Right, the final boss is Seraph the Temperate. The end is near. This incarnation of Hell's greatest foe will temper the strength of your units. Only the truly determined can survive. So whenever this is basically so you can prepare for the last boss. You know what the boss is going to do. The boss is going to have the effect of Pride, which means your units enter with Sap 3, and Sap means you start with basically 2 less attack per stack of Sap, but that Sap goes down every turn. So then the first turn, when we're fighting Seraph, which is not now, we will be at -6. All creatures will come at -6, and it'll be at -4, -2, and then back to normal. We're playing as the Hellhorned and the Stygian Guard. These are the extra cards to our deck. The deck starts with your hero, 4 train guards, which are neutral units, very basic neutral units, 4 heals and 4 pings, basically. Like little 1 mana, 2 damage spells. Shocks. And then you get some random starting cards as well. Fortify applies armor. Armor carries over. Basically, it's temporary health that it carries over. Offering token, unless you draw 1, discard 1. And Inferno, which I've never actually used. I've seen the card before, I've never used it. If the card is bordered in gold, it means I finished the game with it in my deck before. I have not done that with Fortify, although I've used it many times. Inferno I've not really used, because basically it does 100 piercing damage, which goes through armor, to all friendly enemy units on a single tier. You'll understand what I mean when we get into the game. Right, so our deck to start off with is the Hornbreaker Prince, which is our hero of the Hellhorned, champion of the Hellhorned. The Deadweight, which you can't play. Unpurgeable, can't be removed. Unplayable, can't be played. So it basically just fills your deck up, your hand up, and your deck up. Fortify, Frozen Lance, as a unique card, is the one of the cards you get from starting as the... oh god, we don't start with the heal. Okay, so Hellhorn started with 3 Torch, and the Awaken will start with a heal, and then the Stygian Guard start with Frozen Lance. So we're very heavy on the damage, very low on the defense. Right, so first things first, to get the first artifact. Founding Seal. Incant abilities trigger an additional time. We've got Stygian Guard. Stygian Guard is that's very useful for the Stygian Guard. Stygian Guard uses a lot of Incant. Incant basically triggers whenever you cast a spell on the same floor. I wonder if it works also for the enemy, because the enemy's going to have Enchant as well. Or you have Scorched Steel all your units into with additional armor 5. I'm going to try with the Founding Seal. I'm not really maining Stygian Guard, but Stygian Guard is there. Alright, what do I choose here? We have Brawler. So every once in a while you can upgrade your champion. We can give our champion multi-strike, which means it attacks twice. Or we can give Wrathful, which means whenever you kill an enemy, you gain armor 5, and whenever you get damaged, you gain rage 1. Rage is the opposite of Sap. Sap lowers your strength by 2, Rage increases your strength by 2, and they both decrease every turn. Usually I do multi-strike, because multi-strike, and if you get multi-strike Slay, it can get really ridiculous. So I go for the multi-strike usually. Right, anyway, first battle awaits. Descended to Limbo. Every level now has a Retribution, has Trials as well, which means that non-boss units start with Spikes 3. That's very bad for me, because I've got multi-strike on the boss. And the boss, multi-strike, I could usually turn this on. If I turn this on, I'm very certain that my boss will die very, very quickly. So I'm actually going to keep it off for now. Because usually what I do is I put something in front of my champion, put it that way. You always start with champion in hand as well. You always have to start with the champion in hand. So I'll put the Train Guard first. Put the Hornbreaker Prince behind you. You see the preview of what's going to happen. You're going to lose 4. You're going to lose 17. Okay, what happens is they tend to come in on the train has 4 levels. They'll come in on the ground floor. They'll fight on the ground floor. Enemies attack first, then we attack first. Then we attack next second. Then whenever the combat's over, whatever's left goes up to the next floor. And things happens again. If they leave the 3rd floor, they go into the pyre room. We can't play anything on this side, but basically they'll still have attacking the pyre, and the pyre will attack back. So they'll attack the pyre. Pyre swings back with a sweeping blow, and then they'll attack again, and counter again until either the pyre is dead or the unit's dead. Right. So right now, what's going to happen here is you can't attack because you have no armor, no attack, so you won't attack. You're just there to block for this guy. Whereas you will shoot here for 4 damage, then we counter back for 5 plus 12 is 17. We have Frozen Lance, which deals 6 damage to the front unit. 17, we're currently on 24 here. So you're actually going to be on 1 health to go. So you're gonna get up here with 1 health, which means you will survive as well, annoyingly. But we haven't got much else at the moment. I'm actually going to slow down combat so we can talk to it. Ultra. HP is currently normal. Good. Right. Okay. So same thing again. However, now we have you going to disappear after a turn. So I kind of want to get rid of you. I'm just going to burn a torch to get rid of you. Extra money. Especially since I'm not doing the challenge, I need the extra money. Right. Nothing's happening over here. So they're going to go upstairs. Not much problem. Here, you will die because you're going to take 2 damage and then 4 damage. So I'm going to give you the armor, which will keep you alive. I'm going to draw 1, discard 1. I'll draw 1, discard you. I'm going to put you there. Actually, no, can we do that? You're on 10 health there, right? I'll put you. I can't put you in first because every floor has only a certain amount of capacity, and these things are too big. So they're 2 slots big, and also too big for this area. Let's double up on the armor there. So you now take to go 14 health. Although we can't do much damage here. Very beginning is a bit tricky. You get a lot of killing done. Okay. Brief respite, so we actually get nothing happening to us this turn, which is very helpful. We can draw 1, discard 1. Discard you. You will kill over here. If I don't deal with you, you're going to go over there and deal 4 damage to my pyre, which I can deal with. It's a bit of a shame, but I can deal with you. So I think I'd much rather stop this from happening entirely. You go in there, you attack was, pyre counters. What's this? Final boss there after 10 turns. Okay, right, now, final wave. This is the boss of this level. This boss is relentless, which means it doesn't end. The combat doesn't end until the boss is dead. So basically, what happens? You'll have a turn. The turns will keep going over and over again. After the combat, means when the combat sphere is over, finally, it'll add a weight of contrition card to the top of my draw pile, and you can see what the card does there. Weight of contrition costs 1 energy. Purge, which means it gets discarded when you play it. Or it gets removed. It's called. What's it called? Exhaust is consumed. I forgot what it's called in Slay the Spire. But basically, once you've played it, it's gone from your deck forever. Reserve means if it ends the card in your hand, you'll take damage. So what you can just play this card, or your pyre will take damage. Right. You do 4 damage. You do 4 damage. So if I do this, at least increases the damage that it'll take. I'm gonna put a Trained Steward above here. Play it now. Frozen Lance, Torch on you, which increases the damage considerably because that 4 damage is no longer being an issue. That goes up to 75, so you're going to lose 75 health before we change floors. Now we can speed up a bit. Now we know what we're doing, we can speed combat up a little bit. Right. Get a Contrition added to my deck. Next one. Now, I can remove which. Actually, I can draw 1, discard 1. I can discard Weight of Contrition. Fortify you. You do 5 damage, 15 damage, 40 damage, 43, and you're dead. Good. So we can play it out. You'll die, which means the pyre's taken 4 damage, which is a shame. It does lower our score, but it works out in the end for us. We get 50. Coins plus 1 card from our main pack, 1 card from our allied clan pack. There's less fighting in Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is more combat. Here you have maybe 8 fights that go over the course of a game. We can ascend a unit, we can Molten Imp, we can Piercing Hornbreak. I'm going to Molten Imp. And we get Energy Siphon, Titan's Tooth. Offering is very good. Offering is if you discard the card, it's played for free, which is very helpful. Helical Crystals does damage to the front unit twice. That's 50 damage to the front unit. Spell Weakness comes in, or Titan's Tooth. Titan's Tooth. Because if I manage to discard Titan's Tooth, it's 5 damage to all the enemy units, and Frostbite 10, and Frostbite is poison. Frostbite in this game is what poison is in Slay the Spire. You do that much damage, remove 1. Next turn, do that much damage, remove 1. Then between fights, you basically get a choice of 2 paths to go down. In this path, I'll get to basically upgrade my spells and get another Hellhorned unit. If I go this way, I get to upgrade my units and get another Stygian unit. I'm going to upgrade my units for now. What Stygian unit do we get our hands on? Icy Cleophyte. Sweep, apply spell weakness to the attack unit. Wow. This is basically the Stygian Guard hero champion. This is basically what the Stygian Guard champion is. However, there's Guard of the Unmanned, which is Incant Armor 3. Incants trigger twice, so that's actually very helpful. And let's buff our units. We can spend our money. Fury Stone, unit enters combat with rage 7. Battle Stone, unit gets +5 and +10. And Eternal Stone, unit is endless. Once you play the combat unit, it is gone forever. For that fight, at least. For that fight, it's basically gone away. It gets consumed. So endless means when the unit dies, it's returned to the top of the draw pile. Very helpful. I will... Endless is very helpful in general. I might endless the incant, to be honest. Now, I'm definitely going to Battle Stone you. And I could probably incant you as well, endless you as well. If I roll this, we end up with 80. Oh my god, incant, another incant? That's amazing. Your incant is going to be, whenever I incant, you get armor 8 now. That's going to be very helpful. Raid 7 can be helpful because there is such. Also, we've limited this up now. You know what? I'm not gonna bother upgrading my train guards and neither the imp. Let's go straight in. We got one big unit now, which I want to keep at the very front of my line. Right. Non-boss enemy units get +4 attack, and the reward for that is an additional unit. I'll take that. We get to see our fight this round. This fight is basically one big chunky guy, 7 attack, 190 relentless, has no other effects. The pyre absorbers are the group though. These pyre sensitive attackers are heavy hitters and get stronger when spells are cast. There's a lot of incant people here, annoyingly. And trusted priests. Okay, so I've got to be very careful here, because this might trigger on them. If it does, we're going to be a little bit of trouble. Right. Oh, they're good you're here. You're already here. That's beautiful. That's what I want to see. Now, what I want to find out is... I'll put the Molten Imp at the back there as well. Actually, draw here. Okay, his encounter only triggers once. My encounter works better. Discarding that. I can Molten Imp is easier, because Molten Imp I play it to the back, it will actually damage everything. It will kill that guy as well as doing an extra 5 damage here. So I'll take the Molten Imp. No, not discard that. Play the Molten Imp to the back. Actually, pull the Imp over here. You take 23 damage overall. And the incant stuff is actually kind of crazy. Which means that this thing can become extremely tanky. Which is perfect, is what we want. We want it to become very tanky. Right, you've gone up a level. Right. Right, so I want to go ahead and... I want to get rid of you. Definitely. Because you're going to heal everyone for 5 afterwards. I'm going to get rid of you as well, so... Because you're worth money, so I'm going to put you there. You can wait a turn. I'm going to put torch you. And we can Frozen Lance here. Frozen Lance is going to give us +1 damage to you, but +8 armor to you, so... Which you'll need, because you're going to be taking 15 damage, so you're currently at -15. You'll be at -16, but with 8 additional health, which is total of -8 instead, so do that. You're taking -16, but you have 8 more health and armor than you would otherwise have. Sadly, we can't kill this guy right now. Right, 50 money for me. 8. My hero is not quite that useful. Right, ooh. Right, we can play... You're gonna die, unfortunately, unless there's to stop that from happening. You're respiting over there, so it's okay. If I do Fortify you, and Frozen Lance you, you don't die? Oh, you're 1 damage away from dying. Blast it all. I don't want you to go up there, because that's going to be 10 damage to the pyre. Put that down there. And we can kill you off as well. There you go. You get encanted, but sure. That's fine. Right. Here's the last boss. Good. I can immediately Titan's Tooth here. Right, anyway. Oh, I can Inferno? Which is not going to be good. Inferno's going to wipe this floor out entirely. I'm going to Fortify you. And I will... Which means you're going to lose 5, which means you're going to come out there and deal 10 damage there. I can't really stop that from happening. What I can do is I can Titan's Tooth here, which does 5 damage to everything, which means it's going to lower that damage by that. It's going to stop the healing from happening as well. Which means from 76 you're dying. From 76 you're dying. With the stuff of that heal, with the additional defense you just got. Oh, that's fantastic. That's beautifully done. It's annoying, but it doesn't really matter because we win here. Frostbite happening. Frostbite damage 9. Frostbite damage 8. Frostbite's very strong. It can be if you have the time to last. If you've got someone tanky that can just tank the boss forever, it goes very well. Oh my god, I can't believe that. That's actually real. Especially because that doesn't work on enemy incant. That's amazing. We'll collect that. Right. Another imp. Having imps is not necessarily a bad thing. Get another molten imp. We have Helical Crystals, Titan's Gratitude, or Flash Freeze. Titan's Gratitude, and units we can have. Oh, that's also very helpful. That's also really good. It's also very good. That's actually amazing. Well, he's my other tank. I usually use Steelworker as a tank, because it means after every turn, he gains 5 armor, like no matter what happens. It's not necessarily as good as what we had before, because I think with the incant stuff, every spell means it generates 8 armor. So I'm kind of happy just to go for something like Rail Beater, which will basically keep shoving things towards the back. Which means that whenever it hits like a tank unit, it'll push the tank towards the back, which means you can start attacking the weaker units first. Which means you are very helpful. You also start with a lot of armor as well. Right, what are the choices now? We either get a new artifact and get to heal by 20, or we get a new armor, get to upgrade our spells, and get something there. I do like artifacts. I am a huge fan of artifacts. This is technically a waste because I don't need 20 heal. Oh, hang on, I got a delivery arriving soon. Nope, okay, it's not arriving yet. Gotta keep an eye on that. Right. Just make sure I tab in without actually clicking in, because if I click in, we're gonna be in trouble. Good. My deck is kind of full, and I want to get rid of these stewards. Because now that we've got plenty of creatures, we've got some creatures in there now. No, I'm going to go this way. Going this way. What creature can we get out of this? Branded Warrior, Rage 4, Slay, apply Rage 3 to friendly units, or a second Steelworker. Or nothing. I'll take that, sure. What can we get from the Concealed Caverns? This is just like a random thing. Mysterious figure races towards the train in the winged not far behind. No time to explain. Take these and hide them for me. I can't afford to be caught with them now, so I'll have to come back for them later. Don't worry, you'll be generously compensated later on. Quickly now. Take 3 Dante's Candle. Unpurgeable, reserved... Okay. Apparently we get rewards if you get them. I can't remove them from my deck, and if I ever end them in my hand, I'll take pyre damage. Right. Spells. Emberstone. Spells cost 1 less. Surgestone. Gives plus 10 to magic power, but adds consume to it. Also, you can remove consume and add plus 1. So, for example, we could make... it's not really... I don't have anything else to want to buff that much. I can make something cheaper. I can make Titan's Tooth cheaper, for example. For the times that I can't get it for free, getting it for 2 is not necessarily a bad idea. Let's reroll as well. We have Emberstone again. Surgestone, Permafrost means a spell will stay in your hand until you play it. Which can be helpful to keep, like if you want something to be always in your hand. It's not a bad idea. I can make something cheaper. Again, I can make Titan's Tooth 2. I can make 1. I can make Titan's Scratch 2 free. Make you free. Titan's Gratitude is another way for me to discard the offering. Right. Next. Daedalus. This is the second boss. Daedalus. Heaven's disgraced professor has improved his explosive inventions, creating better protection through technological enhancements. So he will create explosive barrels, constructive explosives that explode when their turn comes up. So you gotta kill them quick. They also get appeared at the end, so we kind of want things. You're not able to poke the back. Oh, okay. Also, this nonsense happens here. I could just immediately cast Inferno on you. Oh, I can cast. Hang on. I can put in. Right. If I put in you there, I want to put that tanky thing behind you. So I'll put the imp there though, which wipes that out. You get the damage done there. I'll put the rail beater. I could put the rail beater there, but this is going to be ishy for me because I want that tanky encounter over there. So I'm going to put the rail beater above, and might as well ping you to the face. So I've got nothing else to do with that mana. Right. Another one over there. Okay. Dante's Candle. Gotta get rid of you at some point. We'll fortify. Everything's going to die here. Everything will die here because that's going to trigger. Because that will trigger, everything will die here. Oh god, I gotta put you down here. Hope for the best. If I armor you up, doesn't matter, everything dies anyway. Everything dies anyway, because when this explodes, we're gonna lose a lot of stuff. I gotta play you, don't I? I have to play you or you do damage to my pyre. Ah, that's unfortunate. That's inconvenient. Well, that's my bottom floor wiped out. I should have yeah, never mind. Because that's gonna trigger, it's gonna explode twice. Wipe. Where's my tank? There you are, my tank. Right, hang on. If I put you there... Put you in there as well. That kills everything off, basically. Very helpful. Titan's Tooth also does the same. While also giving... I can do one of them. Titan's Tooth will do 5 damage to you and will give you 10 frostbite. Which means you'll be on 24. So, there's 5 damage to you, so you'll be on 29. You'll take 20 damage here, which means you're on 9, and the frostbite will kill you. Yeah, I'll take 2 damage, but frostbite will kill you. Right. I'm not worried about that. That does nothing. It'll die in its turn. No problem at all. This is a bit more concerning because that's got haste. Haste means they move from this floor straight up to the top floor. So we're going to immediately just torch you out. These guys have rage, so me not attacking them is actually perfect for me. I can offering draw token. Discard that. Fortify you. Titan's Gratitude on this floor. Loads of armor for you. You die. And then you go up with no... Yeah, it's not going to be great, but hey. Right. You go up almost the Enhanced, but not fantastic. Right, you as well I got to deal with, so hang on. Oh god, there's 2 of them, really? You I can't kill. At all. And because you're doing 20 damage, the 5 damage these things lose is relevant. You'll explode twice, killing both everything on this floor, so again, it doesn't make much difference here. What I can do is basically make sure that I can clear this floor out entirely. Also casting this here. Oh, it doesn't cast as a spell. Unfortunate. Well, this doesn't change anything. So if I put this down, it'll immediately die to that. If I put anything up here, it won't die, but it'll exist. Not great, to be honest. Yeah. Bit of damage up there, unfortunate. And the haste means it went all the way up. That's inconvenient. What I can do, however, is I can... offering here. Deadweight that away. I can inferno up here. Right. There you go. You essentially lost 1 floor's worth, but... discard you. Play this there. Play that on the top floor. 220. It's not going to be great. I mean, I think we win if he goes to the top floor, but it's still not great. Can't move boss because he keeps trying to move into the back, but bosses can't be shoved. Let's get it a little bit more. Right, okay, this is going to be a mess of a floor. Ooh, hang on. This may not be as bad as I thought. Train Steward here. Fortify. What I can do is that. That and that won't help, because that's 18, it still doesn't make a difference. That's going to get a little more damage, and I can Titan's Tooth you. You'll take 54 damage on this floor. And then basically you've got to deal with the top floor. Yeah, it's going to be close. Good. That was bad. That was rough. That was rough. Right, anyway, 75 coins, a rare pack, unit draft, and a major enhancement whenever you kill a big boss. So rare coins, we get Enhance the Titan. Enhance all spells in hand with +5 magic power. Impalate, you do 15 damage to the front row, equal to 15 times the emptiness in your deck. And Spark the Stygian, you consume to... No, I'm going to keep the Carnage the Titan. Unit grab. Those incants could work well there. Usually I would go for Fell's Remorse, so you get 1 more Ember a turn, but I want the extra size on the floor. I want the extra size on that floor. So you can get one which increases your magic power, one increases your total amount of ember, the other one increases your capacity in each floor.